Music is a moral law. It gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and charm and gaiety to life and to everything. Ladies, gentlemen, and variations thereupon, this is Modern Escapism. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Oodles, Greatest Hits Parts 1 and 2. Joining me today, enter the Wu-Tang. 36 chambers, it's Biggie.
I like that.
Chocolate starfish and hot dog flavoured water, it's Candy.
Oh, will you mind my chocolate starfish?
The number of the beast, it's Gadget.
Yes, 666 of me.
And finally, Good Apollo and Burning Star 4, Volume 1 from Faith Through the Eyes of Madness, it's Stig.
Hello.
Just a short little album title there for you, mate.
Yep. Album title's longer than the album.
I actually, just peek behind the curtain, I was looking at long album titles, and there's one that's like a full paragraph. I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. But before we get into the show, please consider becoming one of our sexy and incredibly cool patrons to help us divide and conquer the podcasting world. Details are in our show notes, but mainly check out our website, modernescapism.co.uk, for more exquisite content and links to everything we do. Oh, all I want now is some news. Give it to me, Biggie. It's Biggie's breaking news.
You may already know, but he doesn't, because it's time for Biggie's breaking news.
Thank you. Today, the week that was tonight. And all of you Marvel fans will be pleased to know this is a completely Marvel-free news section.
Excellent.
First up,
Fucking shit.
Moon Knight Season 2, The Midnight Mission.
Oh, he had us.
And it will have 12 episodes. The season will begin filming later this year in Budapest. And
that's a spoiler.
Scott Isaac will be producing. Or be a producer.
Me and Stig really like Moon Knight, so...
Yeah, I'm well up for this.
Bang up
well
for
up for it. The way it ended and everything, it's just got me wanting more. So
yeah. This phase is better on TV than it is films.
Wasn't the season? I thought the season was supposed to be quite weak. Like it really sagged in the middle.
No.
Maybe watch it and then you can.
Or listen to the show.
I've got
that
the podcast that we do. Listen to our podcast. Don't listen to any other podcast.
Next.
For you non-Marvel fans, Sam Mendes and Armando Iannucci are leading the team behind a new HBO comedy series. It's going to be titled The Franchise. The potential show will be following a hopeful crew that are trapped inside a dysfunctional, nonsensical, joyous hellscape of a franchise superhero movie making.
Fucking mint.
There you go.
Bang into this.
Yep.
They pull that off.
I'm just up for more Armando Iannucci work. Like Veep was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, but mate, Sam Mendes as well.
I mean, Sam Mendes knows his biscuits. He'll do some good work with it. But I just want more of Armando's writing.
Yeah. And swearing.
It's right for it though.
It's
isn't
the
it?
swearing. It's especially the swearing.
The subject matter's well right for it. I mean, we've had The Boys, obviously, but just something like this, well up for that.
The anti-superhero shows are occasionally, more often than not, better than the actual superhero ones.
It sounds like they're taking the kind of tack that would be like with Mythic Quest, where it's taking the piss out of the making of a video game, taking the piss out of the making of a superhero franchise, and it obviously just gets stranger and stranger the further they get into it.
I'm already predicting one at scenes where they have to recast somebody, and all the hijinks that involves recasting somebody.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll probably be a scene where like the green screen goes wrong or something like that, or one of their cast gets injured.
Yeah.
Just need to just copy what DC are doing.
Oh, wow.
Send cameras to the DCEU offices.
Yeah.
Like the
writes itself.
Next.
Speaking of something else that's indestructible, Rockstar Games' parent company Take-Two Interactive has officially announced during its Q1 2024 investor conference that Grand Theft Auto 5 has now sold over 170 million copies to date.
If you jump 2 years into the future, 2024.
That's what it said. They're obviously announcing stuff coming up for further down the field. That's what it said. But
I think it's a typo there somewhere.
Yeah, I think it is.
I didn't put that in.
But it's done all right, hasn't it? GTA 5, it's done all right.
An additional 5 million was sold during the last quarter.
Who the fuck keeps buying it?
No.
I don't know.
It's because they keep releasing stuff on it. I told you I bought it in the lockdown. Again.
The best aspect of GTA 5, the online one, is like pennies, isn't it, now?
You get it for like, buy GTA, £8 got me GTA 5 and a load of free online, like, money and shit.
Pennies, isn't it?
£8.
And you
great value.
If you really want to think about it, it's never ending, really. That's £8 of value. That's mega.
Is it the? It must be the biggest selling game of all time.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, way surpassing stuff like Tetris and stuff.
Yeah. Because they always produce like kind of newer versions or add-ons or slightly altered versions, don't they?
I know Tetris was for a long time, but they were including different versions of that game. Yeah. So
yeah.
It's stupid. As long as it's just called Tetris, like, we'll count the Game Boy version, PC versions, every other console's versions of it. No, it's not really fair, is it? GTA 5 as an entity, as a sole product, is the best. It's the best selling. And I haven't played it in about 6-7 years.
I think I do think GTA 5 is kind of underserved by the fact they never did any story DLC for it. It's all just the online stuff.
I believe, I might be wrong, I think there's some really heavy story online stuff now.
Yeah, a lot of the online stuff's like
it's entertaining.
Yeah,
but it's more the requirement of having to play with other people or play in the online servers and stuff like that.
Other people.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You know,
you can turn off people being able to hurt you.
Yeah, you can also just have like 2 people in your own city, can't
Yeah.
It just seems like a barrier to entry for me. Because I just keep going back to thinking
I don't want to talk to people.
Well, no, but I keep going back to like GTA 4 and thinking like the Ballad of Gay Tony and the Lost and the Found, or Lost and the whatever it was.
Lost and the Damned.
That's it, Lost and the Damned. They were fucking brilliant.
Gay Tony especially.
Yeah, the Ballad of Gay Tony was outstanding.
Gay Tony's better than GTA 4.
Well, true, yeah.
Loads better.
Lost and Found, where it was set in a lost property section of a supermarket.
That would work.
You're Paul Blatt all the way through.
GTA Blot.
Mate, don't fucking give ideas. That's ours.
Next
Segway combat.
The next GTA needs a Segway. You can ride a Segway in the next GTA.
Segway combat.
Segway racing.
Yeah.
Just imagine a drive-by on a Segway, like gangster leaning back on it with an Uzi and rolling backwards down the street.
A roll-by shooting.
The barcode butler.
Next.
Linking to our last podcast, Prey is the most watched premiere on Hulu of all time, including all film and TV series debuts.
And it fully fucking deserves it.
I don't know how you even get Hulu.
So Hulu's just a streaming service, but it's just in the US. So like, you know, in the same way HBO Max is just in the US. So like, stuff gets put on HBO Max stuff gets put on now
Sky Atlantic
and Now TV here.
Yeah.
Hulu and Disney Plus tend to be about the same.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Prey's great.
I watched it actually as soon as we finished recording last week. I put it straight on. Loved it.
Yeah. My wife liked it more than me as well, which is good. It's rare she likes anything, especially me.
And speaking of the streaming service where I watched it, the ad-supported version of Disney Plus will be launching in December.
How much it cost?
8th. And Disney Plus Basic, which doesn't make any sense, will launch for $7.99 per month. So it's obviously launched in the US first. And I'm sure, no doubt, it will come over here. The ad-free
is that cheaper than I'm paying
Plus.
now?
I think it's about £7 a month now, isn't it?
£8 now, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still going to go with cheapest option. I'll take an ad. I'm not bothered.
It depends on the ad. If they're just advertising stuff that's on the channel, that's fine because Amazon do that, and I'm not really asked. But if it's like fucking Dad's Doorstep Challenge or something, they're advertising to me before every episode.
What a reference!
Halfway through a film or something, yeah.
Yeah, halfway through a film, bang, still it.
Oh, that's what you don't want. You're in the middle of like Midsommar or something like that, and you go, "Hi, I'm Barry Scott." Leaps out of the screen at you.
You buy one, you get one free.
I've used YouTube. Bug off. I've used YouTube for like 10 years now, and I don't care about the ads. I just get on with it.
Oh, I didn't care until I got YouTube Premium, and now I care.
Yeah, I got YouTube Premium because it got to the point where because I tend to watch really long videos. Like I'll have like 3-hour-long videos on the background.
Oh, they just cut it.
And they put it all the way through, and it's like they're stacking up like 3 or 4 ads together now, and it's always the same fucking thing. I was just like, you know what? I'll pay a $10 a month. Fuck it, just get rid of them.
Yeah. I usually use their month free trial every now and again when it refreshes every year, and I'll enjoy that good. It's usually January. Enjoy that January of ad-free stuff, but
no, since I use.
And speaking of ad-free, the Disney Plus Premium, as it's going to be called, will be in price increase to $10.99 per month.
No,
so
I'll stick with ads.
I do whatever my brother's doing. I use his anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I might start doing them. I mean, it's only Netflix. It's the guys that are kind of clamping down on this, but
because they're idiots, and they're clearly trying to kill their own service.
Yeah, it's that service trading that everyone are doing, aren't they? They've got groups online where they're like, "I've got this, you have that, and we'll trade that across," and everyone's just trading serve. That's fucking brilliant. It's genius. But Netflix are going, no.
Yeah, that's pretty much how we do it in our family. I pay for some stuff, my dad pays for some, my brother pays for others, and my sister takes it all for free.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Friend of the show.
Yeah. That's it. Next.
For those that are into this, because I still haven't caught any of this yet, Cobra Kai Season 5 will be coming soon, and Mike Barnes is back, whatever that means.
That means everything.
He's the baddie from Karate Kid 3. It means now they have everybody back. Everybody, or someone that played a bit part, or one of the arsehole kids. It was everyone's got come back now. He was the last one for them to bring back.
Have you not heard the rumours?
That they're bringing Mr. Miyagi back from the dead?
Nope. Well, kind of, but not quite. Jackie Chan has been spotted in LA during recordings of Cobra Kai, and he was in the Karate Kid remake, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
Imagine how meta that'd be that Jackie Chan turned up as, I can't remember his name in that. It wasn't Mr. Miyagi, obviously he's Chinese, not Japanese, but I can't remember him. You have to get Jaden Smith in.
Oh, please no.
He's not problematic, is he?
Oh, we're gonna actually Hilary Swank is the only one that's missing now.
Hilary Swank, yeah. She was the Karate Kid.
The next Karate Kid.
Yeah. I'm telling you now, Biggie, you love karate, right? You love kung fu and all that stuff.
It's so
Cobra Kai is fucking incredible. It's Power Rangers for adults.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. I mean, it's ridiculous at times, and you're like, why are these kids fighting, doing karate and fighting in school?
And most of them aren't kids at this point, they're adults.
Yeah, because it's just great. It's just so much fun.
Do you know those scenes on Power Rangers when they're at school? It's them bits, just one big series. It's so good. When they can't morph for whatever reason.
Get around to
I just love how it's all based on the fact that the Karate Kid 1 ruined his life because he lost to Daniel Russo, and Daniel LaRusso, and that's it. Like the whole show is based on the fact that he can't get over the fact he lost.
And all Beverly Hills have now entered this karate craze that it's just taking over them, like a curse.
Everyone's into it. Everyone's into karate.
The merch for the show is everywhere, isn't it?
Oh, it's so good, man. Oh, no, Cobra Kai, it knows what it's doing. It knows how stupid it is. It's fucking super clever. It's just a laugh, and I'm always up for it. But again, Netflix keeping me attached, aren't they? Keeping me attached, clinging me on.
Great to binge watch as well, because it's one of those shows that ends with
Yeah.
I don't want to watch this because it's 12:30 at night, but I kind of need to see what happens.
Yeah, Cobra Kai till I die, mate. Forever.
I've stayed up till 2:30 just because every episode was just like, ends, and I'm like, I need to see it, and I just had to say, no, go to bed.
And last season, because the kids are now adults now, or the actors are, they're trying to get a bit sexy. It's confusing. It's very confusing. It's a good show. It's a good show. Get it watched.
You've been waxing on and off, have you?
No, not at all, mate. Not at all. It's just confusing, isn't it? It's just confusing when they're all like 27 years old, but they're playing 17-year-olds. Like, I'm confused. It's really bad. Next.
Well, finally, there are a few announcements for games, but one that caught Gadget's eye this week is Alone in the Dark returns to, is it Keto Manor?
Desetto.
In a new modern reimagining of the 90s classic, but apparently it has its own original story.
Can you explain to me, Gadget, why you're excited about this?
Because
Alone in the Dark, known for not having any good games in the whole series.
Alone in the Dark 1 was fucking brilliant. I remember playing that back in '93. Yeah. I mean, it was janky as all fuck, but it was the precursor to stuff like Resident Evil, you know. So it crawled so Resident Evil could run, but no, they were pretty creepy games. And then they did.
What about The New Nightmare?
I really liked it. Like it was.
Did you?
It was like a 7 out of 10 game, but it wasn't bad. Now the 2008 one,
Inferno.
The 2008 one, that was fucking terrible.
Yeah, Alone in the Dark Inferno, the Wii exclusive version.
Oh yeah, that was
version.
bleak.
It's like, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Fire everywhere.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this. Like, I watched the trailer. It looks cheesy. It looks fun. Because
if you really like Alone in the Dark, you should play The Sinking City. That's exactly like Alone in the Dark, but with Lovecraft.
Yeah, I want to play it, but there's a whole like rights issue with it. So like the version that's on Steam is like not the proper version of it because the publisher stole the code.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of waiting for that to be sorted out and for like Frogwares to put out the proper version of it so I can play it.
The PS5 version runs lovely, but that's very Alone in the Dark one.
Yeah, I do want to play that one. And there was that Call of Cthulhu game as well, which was supposed to be.
It's all right, yeah, it's all right. That one.
I was looking at that the other day.
Sinking City's way better though. Out of them two, because they came out about the same time, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. But there was like a full THQ digital showcase thing, and there was like loads of stuff announced. So you had that Alone in the Dark. There's a RTS game called RTS/RPG game called Tempest Rising. A space exploration one called Space for Sale, where you play a property developer turning planets into livable homes.
Oh, I'm into that.
Yeah, remake for Destroy All Humans 2.
I like the remake to the first one.
They also, I think they announced the release date for the Hogwarts game.
Is that still coming?
Yeah, it's
still a thing.
February next year, I think.
Jeez, it's still a thing. What, do you think we're just going to scrap it?
Well, they scrap everything lately. There's scrapped. I'm still waiting for Scalebound.
It is Warner Brothers, isn't it?
Scalebound's definitely not coming out.
I'm still waiting. I've still got a pre-order ready.
But there was quite a few games announced in the last week. There was one called Recreation, which was from a team of people who used to work on Burnout. So the people who worked at Criterion.
Yes, I did see that.
Smashy game.
Yeah. Open world racer with an emphasis on freedom, player-created content, meaning you can explore, race, build, physics to flying course on the fact. It sounds a bit more like Trackmania than anything, but yeah, it looks like there's
Trackmania's insane though. I love Trackmania.
Looks like there's going to be some mental crashing in it.
Did you play Criterion's FPS Black?
Yeah,
it was called Black, wasn't it?
It wasn't. Black. It wasn't the Halo/Killzone killer that everyone said it was going to be, but I enjoyed it.
No,
I thought it was really good.
It was like 4 or 5 hours long.
I loved it.
You could blow
it was
everything.
rock hard.
Yeah, it was rock hard.
Very brown as well for a game called Black.
Yeah, it should have been called Brown.
But it was that early 2000s brown, wasn't it?
I liked it. I thought Black were good, and it felt.
The guns were really cool. Like guns felt really hefty.
Meaty.
Yeah.
Black 2 announced today by us.
Black 2, the reblackening.
Yeah. Next.
But yeah, that's it. So over to you, Aldous, for the entertainment music update.
Music's still a thing. Music still exists. It's existed since, I think, spoken languages existed. So maybe even before. But yeah, still going strong. Music. Yay.
Everybody knows music started in the year 2000 when Fred Durst said, "If only we could fly." And that was when music began.
It is. And ended in the same sentence.
Yes.
But yes, let's crack on with the Nexus. I'll start because I've done fuck all. Literally, I've had a week of just not really doing anything. I've been getting headfirst into my work. I'm actually playing a game that's embargoed that I can't talk about, and I've been smashing that. It's good so far, but I can't talk about that till next time. I've watched Sandman again.
Again.
Love it. And I've also listened to the audiobook of the Sandman. I'm just having a Neil Gaiman fix.
I almost downloaded that today.
The audiobook's fantastic. It's James McAvoy.
It was mainly just because I thought, how does a graphic novel translate into an audiobook?
It's sensational. Neil Gaiman narrates it, so he's actually describing what you'd normally see with your eyes. You know what I mean?
That's good. Because I was just, and
he's got a great voice, Neil Gaiman. I don't know if you've ever heard him speak. He has got a luscious voice to listen to.
Yeah, I just thought about potentially listening to that before the show had started.
I think it'll help.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. I'm only a few episodes in, though. It's just because find the time. When
Have you got to episode 5 yet?
No, I literally only watched 3 episodes. So.
Good God. I've also still been playing Xenoblade 3. You know, it's a 200-hour RPG. It's still good. It's twists and turns. But I did something that I've never done this week. I watched a film that Biggie probably loves called Friday. Very old.
Friday's great.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in years.
Chris Tucker and Ice Cube. I've never seen Friday, but I knew all about it because obviously the memes and Bye Felicia, all that stuff, and damn, all that. I knew all that. Everyone knows all that. But I'd never actually watched it. Do you know what? I fucking loved it. I genuinely loved it. I loved everything. It felt like Black Culture's version of Clerks to me.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
It's just two guys hanging out and having hijinks, but then it takes a bit of a dark twist later on at the end, a bit like Clerks aimed to do. Because if you remember, Kevin Smith wanted Dante to die at the end of that, but they didn't in the end. But yeah, I think Friday's good. I know there's a sequel, but everyone says it's not good.
There's 2.
Oh, is there? Apparently they're not good.
Next Friday has some good stuff in it. Friday after next is good.
I don't know. I just to say how old it is now, because it's like what 91, something like that, 92,
something like that, early 90s.
It's just good. There's a good sense of place. There's a good sense of character. It's not overly aggressive. Obviously, the culture's there, but it's not like Boys in the Hood. You know what I mean? That's the gritty version of that.
Yeah.
It's just really good, and you can see why Ice Cube thought, you know what, I could be an actor. He's sensational on this, and Chris Tucker's just Chris Tucker. Sensation. Just some faces and names I saw. You seeing this? I'm like, fucking hell, that must have been their first. You know what I mean? Their first film. Oh, it's just Friday's really good, and it was just one of those things that passed me by years and years, and then it just arrived on Netflix. I thought, I'm having this. I'm having a bit of this, and it paid off. Really liked it. Fantastic film. Don't know if it holds up in the pantheon of that type of genre, but I think it's sensational.
Do you know what's really funny is this week I actually saw a little interview clip from Jonah Hill.
Yeah. And
he was saying that him and Channing Tatum could never get Ice Cube to laugh on 21 Jump Street. It's really super serious. Never laughed. Yeah. Like they couldn't ever get him to like break or anything. And he said they were on the flight one time and they sat there and they're listening to Ice Cube, like absolutely just sat there watching a film, proper laughing, absolutely howling. They're like, he's laughing. Like, what's going on over there? It's like, never heard him laugh this much before. What is it? Channing Tatum says, walks down the aisle, went to the toilet, and he comes back down, and he has a little sneaker look at what he's watching. He's watching Friday.
Wow. He's watching himself.
Yep. That's the only thing that he laughed at.
He did look like he was having a whale of a time filming it. It's just a really, if it's past you guys by listeners, I genuinely, it's about an hour and a half of your time. I just think it's brilliant. It's just got summer vibes as well because it's boiling hot on that film. It's boiling hot right now. So, yeah, it's just Friday. That's me. Biggie, what you been up to?
I'm the same, mate. I've done very little.
You watch Friday as well?
That's good. This is going well.
I finished MasterChef 2019 series I was watching.
I love that you're watching MasterChef 2019. I'm watching Friday. Modern Escapism.
Still watching The Sopranos, and I'm playing the 2017.
What? This is it.
Mecha turn-based strategy game on my laptop. So and
that's
Football Manager. So yeah, that is literally it. That's all I've been doing.
Great for the pod out, that mate. Fantastic.
You're welcome.
Football Manager.
Wallpaper engine then, yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to do? Do you know what I'm going to do to absolutely punish you for this, Biggie? I'm going to just put a picture of you on the pod out.
No. I've got things you can put on.
Fantastic.
I've actually done stuff this week.
Go on then, Stig. Show us what you've been doing.
So first up this week, after we talked about Star Trek and Star Wars on the Patreon show, and I've put in that Deep Space Nine track at the end, I remembered that recently, last few years, a DS9 documentary came out. Oh. It's called What We Left Behind, Looking Back at Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And it follows Ira Stephen Burr. He kind of, one of the writers on the show, and he kind of gets everyone back together, and it's a big talking head documentary, and they're just talking about their time on the show, and they have them talking about it, and they have fans talking about it and what it means to them. Even really young girls, it's like they're literally talking to her. She must be about 8 or 9. She's like telling her about what her favorite episode is and what certain things mean to her and things like that, and how much she just loves Deep Space Nine. And on the surface of it, it's a pretty thin documentary. There's not a lot of substance to it. They don't really go into any of the backstage politics. There is a tiny little bit regarding Terry Farrell's departure. She kind of touches on that a little bit. But other than that, it's more just a love letter to DS9. Like, if you really like Deep Space Nine like I do, it's my favorite Star Trek show. It's one of my favorite shows of all time, and just it's all it is. It's just a love letter to it, and you hear how proud and happy everyone on the show was to be part of it.
I might have to look that up.
Really enjoyed it. I don't really give a crap that it doesn't touch on any of the shitty stuff that went on. It's a shame, but that's kind of not what the documentary's doing.
It's a celebration.
Yeah, exactly. It's not what I was after. What it did was exactly what I was after. And I've been sat watching DS9 clips on YouTube, and I'm like,
DS9's so good.
Have I got the time to rewatch this
again?
I really want to rewatch the show, and it just
because so much out though, isn't there?
It just touches on everything that they did with that show is brilliant, and there's a bit where Bashir, I forget the actor's name, but he says
Alexander Siddig.
That's it, yeah. He said there's all these people out there in Vegas, and they've come to see us, and they love the show. It just took them 20 years to get here. And I sat there watching going, it didn't take me 20 years.
I loved you first, Alexander.
Yeah, I was there from the beginning.
Oh, it's such a good... I was so lucky that I decided... obviously, I've watched all of Star Trek since we started this podcast, so I'm new to it. And it's still so fresh in my mind that I think DS9 is the one that's stuck with me most. Out of all, I just think it's the one that holds up the best.
I think it's the one that it's the
best
one that gives you the
best morals.
It gives you the most characterization of anything as well, because every other Star Trek has always been thing of the week.
Well, my least favourite of the Star Treks, I remember again, I didn't finish the Scott Bakula one because I couldn't.
No one should.
My least favourite, other than that, is the original series. It's too much of its time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I don't think it holds up at all. Next Generation
through to Voyager is like peak Star Trek. Yeah, obviously we're getting it back now with Strange New Worlds, but
that is so good.
Yeah, it was just. I think it's the most progressive Star Trek. I know things that happened in the original series did push the boundaries at the time, but they are touching on things there, and they bring it up in the documentary. And obviously, they have an African American as captain, and there's episodes that touch on race and LGBT issues and things like that. And they're still relevant to today.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's why it holds up.
They kind of talk about that, kind of says, stuff we were kind of highlighting back then still is an issue now.
If
still have these problems. And
if anyone's not watched it, DS9, and he's a bit scared to jump in, on that which episode should I skip.com, there's a very good rundown of the most important episodes. But with DS9, it's not the story of the episodes, it's the ones with the morals and the dramatic, do you know what I mean, overtures that it's got. And it's really, if you can't stomach it all, just watch the pivotal episodes. So good.
I mean, it did things that other Star Treks weren't doing. Like, it dared to take it into a more of an overarching arc and bring proper war to it, to the show.
Dominion War was so good.
Like the Dominion War, it's like they introduced a load of new characters, new species, and just
they were in deep space, guys.
And the documentary is from 2018, so there is a clip on there where they kind of show a HD remake of the big space battle, which is really cool.
Wow.
And they pitch an idea for season 8.
Oh, if it was going to be.
So they sit in the writer's room and they go, okay, this. And it goes, I'm kind of thinking this and I'm kind of thinking that. And it's kind of cool. There's a few ideas in there that would work. There's a few that wouldn't. It's a lot for one episode. If you were to do all that in one episode, it felt like you could get a whole series out of that if you were going to do it. But yeah, please do it.
Yeah, please.
You had to be bringing back Picard and all that and doing all these things.
I never understood why Next Generation got that bigger pull over this. I think it's probably the films as well, isn't it?
No,
something to do with that.
No,
I don't know what it is.
It was because it was the first one back, because you had Star Trek, the original series in the 60s.
So long between.
And then you had the films kind of starting in the mid-70s and leading through to the 80s. You were still getting original series cast films while Next Gen was on.
Yes, you were, yeah.
But when Next Gen hit, and that into DS9 into Voyager, that became basically the thing that saved CBS. Because like the money that they brought in on advertising for like the last season of Next Generation funded the company's operations for the entire year.
That's incredible.
Like that's how big a draw it was at the time.
Wasn't there a big thing about the two captains meeting as well?
They did, on the film, didn't they?
Which one? Which captains?
Kirk and Picard.
In Generations, yeah. I thought you meant DS9 because Picard is in the pilot episode. Yeah.
He is.
Also, if you think toxic fandom was a new thing, it was not. It was not. Because they get the cast to read out all these horrible comments about what people were saying about DS9 at the time. And I'm sat there and the people are going, this. I'm sat there going, you just fucking idiot.
Bear in mind, a lot of the fan letters, they sent letters out saying, I hate this.
Yeah, there are people sending letters saying how much they hated it. And I'm like, idiots, man.
With a returned address on it as well. if these companies really wanted to, they could go around and kick their ass.
Yeah, but great, like lovely documentary. Honestly, it really got me in the feels and kind of just made me want to watch DS9 again. So it's definitely worth checking out if you're a big fan of the show. That wasn't even the main thing. I only kind of wanted to touch quickly on that, but anyway,
Star Trek, we're gonna, aren't we? We're gonna do it.
I did a double bill this week of 13 Lives and The Rescue.
13 Lives and The Rescue?
Yes. So 13 Lives is a new movie on Amazon Prime by Ron Howard, and it's about the 2018 Thai cave rescue of the football team and their coach. And The Rescue is the documentary about it that came out the year before. So the 13 Lives stars Viggo Mortensen, Colin Farrell, Joe Edgerton. And it just kind of tells a story about what they had to do to get those boys out of that cave. They had... what I like about what Ron Howard's done with 13 Lives is he hasn't over-dramatized or sensationalized anything in the movie. He's there's like one scene which was slightly changed, which was the death of one of the divers. But other than that, it's just kind of them going there, trying to figure out how we rescue these boys, seeing what the locals were doing and what people around the world they came to help. You had people who were experts in the mountain and they knew of the kind of potholes in the mountain, so they were pumping all this water out, and it wasn't doing anything because rainfall and the holes in the mountain meant that it was just coming from inside the mountain. They'd go into these little sinkholes and it'd fill in from above. So you had hundreds of people up there with pipes and like literally making pipes out of bamboo, and they had to pump it all down the mountain and flood the local rice fields and to try and get these boys out. And and the film is just it's just a telling of that.
I do like a Ron Howard film though.
It's very much like it's an Apollo 13 kind of.
Yeah, like you know what it is. Dramatic
that's kind of what
music.
Yeah. The only thing that I felt that the film lacked was I've seen a lot of people say it's so tense and everything. I didn't feel that tension because I knew in the end everything was fine. Yeah. I think if this wasn't a real life story and it was a film I was watching, I'd have been so tense.
But I felt that with Apollo 13, for instance. We all know what happened. Do you know what I mean? It's like when you go to watch God forbid, you go and watch Titanic. You knew what was going to happen at the end. It's just how they get to that destination.
Yeah, and this film kind of just does what the documentary's telling you. So the documentary, The Rescue, came out, like I said, the year before, and this is a talking head documentary, so it's interviewing kind of the Thai Navy SEALs, the Americans that were there, and the British divers that ultimately got them out, and their crew. And these were just volunteers. Like, the British divers they weren't paid to do this. They were just experts in their field. Just these kind of
lives, weren't they?
Old English men out, not in the shape of a Navy SEAL, but decent shakes who just do this kind of cave diving for fun. And they had to figure out how to get these boys out.
And smoke me a kipper and I'll be back for breakfast.
Well, yeah, in a way. He's been nursing that for episodes, hasn't he? He's been wanting to say that.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I just watched this documentary and it's just incredible. For starters, it's incredible what these boys and their coach did, how they managed to keep themselves alive and safe. Their coach taught them breathing and meditation techniques to try and keep them safe. They're in there for 18 days, I think they were in there.
18 days, something like that, yeah.
They were by the time when they found them, they were able to like swim back and forth and get them some rations and stuff and some blankets.
Yeah, they got skinny though, a lot of them, didn't they?
Oh yeah, they were really, really
malnourished
and just sick. And
but
the divers getting there, it was 10-hour journey swimming there and back. That's how far that they'd gone into these cave systems. These tiny corridors of the divers having to get through.
Makes me sick, that stuff.
Honestly, the film didn't bother me as much, but when they showed like recreations of it in the documentary, you know how I feel about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I can't. That made me feel so uneasy.
Yeah, I can't. I'm quite claustrophobic when it comes to stuff like that.
But the way they got them out, they had to keep it secret. They didn't tell anyone about how they got them out until after the time, because they had to put the boys to sleep.
Yeah.
Because these boys will not survive because they'll panic, and also not all of them could swim.
Yeah.
So it's just incredible.
Drag
honestly,
out, yeah.
It kind of gives you a bit of hope for humanity when you see that, just because of the amount of people who volunteered to go over there and put their lives on the line to rescue these 13 people.
Yeah, it's one of those rare slices of, we can be good.
Yeah, it really leaves you feeling very emotional watching, especially the documentary. The film is a really good film. I really enjoyed the film. Colin Farrell nails it. Genuinely, it's very difficult to tell it's him, just because of his mannerisms and the way he speaks. I mean, you can see it in his face and you know it's him, but it just it's like nothing you've ever seen before. But then when you watch that film and then you watch the documentary and you're like, he's just nailed the guy he's playing. But yeah, I did that. They're both worth checking out. The Rescue is on Disney Plus as well. Yeah. So if you've got Amazon Prime and Disney Plus, you can do a double header of each.
Oof. Yeah, nice. Excellent, mate.
Excellent. Do either of them take the opportunity to dunk on Elon Musk for his...
Nope, he is not mentioned once.
Good.
No, because even bad press is press.
True.
Yep. Exactly.
It's all about the good stuff people did.
He'll capitalise on that and start selling more Bitcoins or whatever he's doing.
Yeah. Fuck that guy, he's in the fire anyway.
Yeah,
True.
He's in the fire. Died. Candy?
What? Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. You cut out.
Your internet's gone all.
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But for the listener, I am operating this on 4G technology today because my internet's gone down. That will sound weird because the actual audio that you will listen to will be we're absolutely fine. Me just going, Candy.
Candy fell asleep. No, yes. Candy. Actually, I don't want to keep harping on about Sandman, but I did watch it, and it really is incredible. Those 2 episodes,
please.
Actually, the first the one episode you told me about, or told us about, sorry. Episode 5 was incredible. Then the episode after that as well.
It
was a real tearjerker and really good. I've actually downloaded. Yeah, I've downloaded the first volume of the graphic novel on the Kindle. I went to buy it, the hard copy version. It won't get to me for about sort of 3 weeks. I was like, no, I need to read it now. So I've got that coming as well.
Just start reprinting it.
Yeah,
about to start reprinting it because everyone's like, ooh,
yeah,
this is good.
And that artwork is lush as well. But the main thing I did, I started a game last night. I didn't really know what to expect, other than I was kind of completely sucked in by the artwork and the style, and that is Cult of the Lamb. Does anyone remember the trailer from that game?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, they showed it at Gamecom. So it's basically the.
I think me and Gadget reacted to it, going, "Oh, look at this!"
I think so. Yeah, I think so. So it's the 2D satanic sheep in the Pope hat. Yep. Kind of Nickelodeon, like Powerpuff Girls, Ren and Stimpy style graphics.
Samurai Jack looking.
Yeah, so that kind of like googly eyes. It looks cool. Developed by Monster Games and produced by Devolver Digital. I've had a lot of fun with this game. Like, I can't put it down. So to sum it up the best I can, it's kind of a hybrid. Like, it's half roguelike or roguelite, half base building game. Like I said, I went in not really knowing anything about it. Like, I thought maybe just a 2D action game. I wasn't expecting to be comparing it to Animal Crossing. So you start as this adorable sacrificial lamb who's given a second chance at life by a character called the One Who Waits, who's a demonic deity. It's been trapped by its fellow gods. In exchange, you have to slay all those other gods who trapped him and build a cult of followers to spread his own word. So to tackle the roguelite part of the game first, you're presented with 4 doors, each needing a different number of followers in which to enter. Each of them having one of the gods kind of behind it as a final boss. And inside you have like several kind of randomly generated stages. You can choose your own path. So you'll get a small clue what you'll get on what you'll kind of be rewarded with. So it could be sort of new followers, new supplies for your camp, or enemy. You can collect enemies' bones to do to later perform as rituals back at camp. And they're called crusades when you go sort of dungeon delving. Each crusade takes about 10-15 minutes-ish.
That's not long, is it, for a...
No, it's not long at all, but I'll go into why that's not a bad thing in a minute. Because it rewards you basically with new followers or new inventory to go back to camp. The reason behind collecting more and more followers is what they'll do. They'll worship you, and the more time your followers spend worshipping, the more you kind of receive as HP to sort of level up. So both your character and your camp have a leveling tree, and you have quests that take place both in the camp and on the crusades as well. Taking care of the camp is more like the Animal Crossing part of it. So it's what you would imagine. So you're looking after your followers by feeding them. You've got to keep the camp clean. There is a lot of shit to shovel. You're shoveling shit. You either have to murder or re-educate the non-believers if their faith gets too low. You can perform rituals and sermons to keep the faith a bit higher. You can introduce doctrines such as like not to fear death. So if you do sacrifice a follower, they won't throw up everywhere all over camp, or make them perform a 3-day fast, for example. So you don't have to worry about them starving to death when you're away on a crusade. Yeah. Any followers you gained during crusades, they appear back in your camp, and you can customize their name and their appearance as well. So it's super cute in a really satanic way. You can unlock new appearances and everything like throughout the game, and that
needs to be on your tombstone. Super cute in a satanic way.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's my tagline. But yeah, no, they all take the form of these cute little animals, some of which are wearing corpse paint. So cute but satanic. And it kind of continues in this. It's like a cycle of doing tasks in your camp to level up, to complete dungeons, to bring back higher rewards, and improving. And you get sort of mini tasks as you go. Like for example, one of the tasks I had to do in the camp was to trick one of the followers. Thought it would be really hilarious to trick one of the sort of co-followers to eat shit. So I accepted the quest for them to eat a shit sandwich, and shit sandwich they did eat. But it is quite it's a no-brainer really. It's quite a chill game, but it's one that I can see myself sinking a lot of hours into. Like I already have. Like I said, I downloaded it yesterday, started playing it about 9 o'clock last night, and I've probably put about 10 hours into it already.
I've heard it's only about 15 hours long.
I think it is. Yeah, it's quite hard because it's only been out a day. It's quite hard to find actually that much information about how long it actually is. Like, I don't know if that would be the main quest, or if that's like...
That's the thing with these type of games. Yeah. It can just the narrative's that long.
Yeah. And then I imagine you can probably just keep going and going because of the camp building.
Yeah.
But on the Crusades, the combat is quite simple. So you've got an attack, you've got a dodge, and you've got it's called a curse. So it's a ranged attack or an AoE depending on what you choose as you go. It has the potential to become a bit dull because you'll either face a wave of smaller enemies, or you'll find a boss and you have to learn their patterns. But it's almost like you're kind of encouraged to finish the Crusades as quickly as you can anyway, because life's still carrying on at your camp. So whilst you're away, your followers are getting hungry, they're pooing everywhere, or they'll even like die of old age if you take that long. There's many games as well that take place in different locations on the map. There's an actual world map as well you can travel around. I found 2 of them so far. So I've got Knucklebones, so you can bet some money on it. Or there's fishing, just like Animal Crossing. So you can fish for food for your followers, or just chill and just fish.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You can collect several recipes for your followers and cook them at camp. They've all got different bonuses and sort of debuffs and whatnot. So you can make them a really nice meal so that they'll be really happy. But at the same time, you can make them a really horrible meal that it'll say in the stats that it will cause them to shit immediately. And whilst that's gross, you do need to collect the poop to then fertilize the plants to grow new berries. So it's pretty fun.
Circle of life.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think
science the shit out of it.
Hey.
So I think some people will probably judge it as style over substance without actually playing it. Like, it does look pretty gimmicky, and that is why I fell for it, kind of thing. But actually, like, there's a pretty fun and pretty charming game that did take me by surprise. And
it's good reviews, though, isn't it?
It has, yeah, and I've only just been reading them today. It's £20, because people have been saying it's about 15 hours. It's not like, I'm not unhappy with spending that amount of money. Like, I think £20's worth it for about 15 hours. That's fine.
Hey, look, Resident Evil 8 was 10 hours?
Yeah,
£50.
Yep.
But don't feel bad about that. I love that. You know what I mean? I love that game.
Yeah.
So I was going to sue this company because they completely took my idea from my Animal Crossing island. I had a cult on there. It's on my Instagram and my Twitter from a few years back. Even the character looks identical to what I created. I had a lamb on there with a Pope hat on and a blood red garb. So, but now you said it's a good game. I'm probably not going to sue them anymore.
Well, I am glad.
And plus, I went back to that island about 2-3 weeks ago because I've not been on it for like a year. There's fucking tarantulas everywhere. It's fucking insane, that island now. It's just death. Everyone's like packed up and left. The cult is no more.
They come to mine.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Excellent. Cult of the Lamb. Into it. I might get that. Gadget, you're the last one.
I am. Because I've been busy this week. It has been a bit of a quieter week, but I do have things to talk about. So today
Taking notes there, Biggie. Taking notes. Busy week, but still got things to talk about.
Today I rewatched The Fifth Element.
Of course you did.
Because it's a great film, but also because I'm going to be talking about that on 100 Things We Learned About Film.
Oh, name drop.
Yeah, I completely forgot to name drop my episode. And then I was like, shit. And then I thought, I'll do it again this week. And then that didn't happen. I was like, shit. So yeah, go back 2 weeks. I was on there with Tommy Boy.
Just listen to that show anyway. It's a great show.
Yeah, it's a great show. But yeah, so I really enjoyed watching it back. It's one of those films, it's like a comfort film for me because it was something I loved in the 90s. And it just follows me. I watch it every couple of years. And it's a vivacious looking film.
It holds up massively.
Yeah, well put together, well acted. Chris Tucker's incredible in it. But when I was kind of doing the stuff for the facts, and I don't want to kind of like talk about too many things about it because I'm going to talk about it on their pod, but I didn't realize that the language that Lilu speaks is a full language.
Yes.
Luc Besson wrote it. There's dictionaries out there for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I've seen this little pocket dictionary of it. Yeah.
I thought that was impressive.
Dallas Multipass.
Yes. I've been continuing my journey in Sekiro, and I'm not far from the end of it, actually.
I have been slightly impressed by your tenacity to just think, fuck it, I'm doing it this time.
Yeah.
Because you've bounced off a good few times now.
This is like the fourth time I've tried playing it.
This is it. This is the one.
And so far I'm up to the L fight, the first L fight. And he's a cheating bastard.
Just cheese him. There's ways. I'll not tell you unless you're ready for it.
No. I mean, I've only had 5 runs at him, and I'm learning him.
Oh, that's fuck all. That's nothing for that.
Yeah. But no, I'm really enjoying it, and it's kind of. I don't think it'll be my favorite kind of FromSoft game when I've finished it. There is a lot I absolutely love about it. I love the world design. I love the story.
I do.
There's a few things I really hate about it, though. Mostly the game is really terrible about tutorializing you properly, because it's a hard, complicated game, and it does a shocking job of teaching you how to play it. Like, I have to learn how to play it off wikis and off YouTube and stuff like that. But so the main one that makes me think of it, so there is a move in the game called the lightning reversal, where some enemies can throw lightning at you. You have to jump in the air, hit the block button, which grabs the lightning on your sword, and before you land on the ground, you have to attack again, and you throw it back at the enemy. It's a complicated move. The timing is ridiculous on it, but once you pull it off, it looks badass as fuck because you're catching lightning with the sword.
They did a thing on one of those YouTube, and it's a 2-second animation. The whole thing.
Yeah. So it's
you jump
super
in,
hard
landing,
to do.
clicking, pressing buttons. Yeah. It's
super hard to do. The problem is it goes against the narrative because they narratively want it to be a surprise when you see it for the first time. So you get the lightning reversal. The first time you have to deal with lightning is in the first Genichiro boss fight, which is where I got stuck at last time I tried to play this. And it's basically, you've worked your way to the top of this castle. You have a really fucking hard 2-stage fight with a guy. You think he's down, he gets back up, and all of a sudden he's, I will cast off humanity for Ash, and he starts casting lightning, a heretical art at you. And you are given a tooltip on the screen to go, this is how you deal with lightning. It's like, what the fuck?
It's massive. Yeah. A massive tooltip.
It's a block of text. And so now the guy's chucking lightning at you. You've just survived a 2-stage fight where you've probably got no healing items left whatsoever. And when it hits you, it will take your full health bar if you fuck it up. And it's just like, it's so bad at shit like that. Like, I still haven't managed to properly do one anyway. And it's just, it pisses me off because narratively, I get why they want the surprise there, because it's like, you haven't seen this before. This is an incredible thing. But did they have to do it after that fight? that stage of that fight.
The thing is, depending on how you tackle that game, there is an area you could have gone just before that would have explained that, but you wouldn't have used what it explained until that actual fight. That's how it fucks it up a little bit.
Yeah, but like there are some conversely, there are some things that it does well in terms of tutorializing you on. Like I think a lot of people complain about the run of the first 5 bosses of the game, that they are bad at teaching you things, but I think they do pretty well because you first fight a guy who does perilous attacks, then you fight the chained ogre, then you find a guy who kind of hits you hard with a sword, then you fight Gyobu, who teaches you about distance and range and stuff like that. It
isn't fair to English reading people though, because the symbols are in kanji, and we don't know what them symbols are saying. Do you know when it flashes up red?
I just see it as warning, like just
I know, but it actually
do something.
I think it's something. I think it's something like wind and power. I think it says something simple like that. So if you're a kanji speaking person, it's like, I know what to do straight away, rather than just going I
didn't even realize they're different. I just see a red flash.
Oh yeah, they're different, mate. They're all different.
But the game so far has had some of my favourite fights that FromSoft have ever put together. Genichiro, despite my complaints about the lightning thing, I really enjoyed the Genichiro fight. I loved the Guardian Ape. The Guardian Ape was such a fun fight.
The Poo Ape.
Yeah, which I didn't have any bother with, actually. A lot of people had more bother with than I did. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. And then I really enjoyed the second time we were fighting with the second ape, because why not add more enemies to a boss fight?
You see the ape wife?
Yeah, the ape wife. But it was a really fun puzzle to work it out. I hated the Fold and Scream monkeys. They can get in the fucking bin. They were terrible.
I don't like them kind of puzzle bosses.
Nah. Lady Butterfly. I absolutely love the Lady Butterfly fight.
Stunning fight.
So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And the main thing that I'll get to is kind of related to it, because so I had to drive to the South Coast and back again this week which is 15 hours worth of driving.
Is this the last time though?
Last time I've had to do it, yeah. So I decided while I was going down there, get me podcasts on. I've been listening to Bonfireside Chat, which is a podcast about the Souls games. Because I've never listened to their Sekiro series, so I'm listening to their Sekiro series up to the point where I've reached. It's 2 American lads, Gary Butterfield and Cole Ross, and they go in deep dives on the levels, work your way through it. It's just an analysis podcast about the Soul series. They've done them for all the games. They've talked about the music. They're working through Elden Ring at the minute. I subscribed to their Patreon so I could get access to it, because annoyingly Bonfireside Chat is behind their paywall. Because they have a podcast network called Duckfeed TV. And they have loads of shows like Watch Out for Fireballs and Abject Suffering and shit like that.
Watch Out for Fireballs is how I discovered them.
Yeah. I think it was
in the day.
I've never enjoyed Watch Out for Fireballs. I just like Bonfireside Chat because they've got really good analysis of the Souls games, and I love them. I love the Souls games so much. They
read out one of my feedback things on the Dark Souls 2 way back when, before Scholar of the First Sin, and they were howling at what I've said back to them about the Forbidden Woods, the Fog Land.
Shaded Woods,
that's it. Oh, God. That just feels like 10 years ago now. It's probably not that far off, to be honest.
I mean, Dark Souls 2 was 2014.
Oh, God. Oh. That makes me sick.
Yeah. But so I've kind of binged through their entire Sekiro series up to the point of the owl fight, the first owl fight. And they have some really good analysis on it, and a lot of their thoughts kind of align with mine on it. You know, like the game is bad at tutorializing some things. Owl's character is a bit shit compared to Genichiro. Ishin's a pure dude because he's Batman, effectively.
Tengu.
Yeah. If you enjoy the Souls games or you enjoy the From Software stuff, I would say check them out. There is some stuff that's not on their Patreon. You can go back and list their Dark Souls 1 and 2 content. I don't think that's on their Patreon. I think they have a couple of episodes of their Elden Ring stuff that's not on Patreon. But yeah, have a listen.
They're doing that now, aren't they? They're doing Elden Ring now, aren't they?
Yeah, and
slowly.
Well, they're kind of struggling with it because, like with the previous games, they just talk about a level or an area. It's kind of hard to do with Elden Ring because it's so fucking broad. Like, I think they had 4 episodes just on Limgrave, just because there's so much in there.
I do look forward to hearing some Gadget feedback if you send it into their show. That'd be nice. To hear you there. I know him. He's a friend from work.
So it's been still a Soulsy week, or at least a very Sekiro week. But I'm determined to finish it this time. I think I've only got 2 areas left.
Big areas though.
I've got Fountainhead Palace and then the Divine Realm.
The mop up. You've got the mop up as well. The big mop up.
Yeah, and I'm determined to get like the super good edit because I know what the endings are. I want to get the Dragon's Return one.
Oh, so, you've got a tough boss on that one, then.
Yeah, I know because I've got to fight the Demon of Hatred, don't I?
Worst FromSoft boss I've ever done. In my opinion.
It's if you watch a speedrunner do Demon of Hatred, it's sickening.
Oh, I just made him jump off a cliff. I'm not fucking about that shit. I'm not fucking about that shit.
But yeah, that's my week.
Excellent. The listener has been waiting with bated breath to let Stig loose let me just say, behind the curtain again, Stig's put a lot of effort into this main topic this week. The man has been on Spotify all week, curating.
Wow.
So take it away, Stig.
A lot of effort and just adding songs to a Spotify listen.
It takes hours.
Making sure you all listen to them.
Absolutely.
More effort than we normally put into this shit show.
It's been like homework this week. Last 2 weeks have been proper homework.
Candy says she likes it though.
Listening to an album, reviewing it, and now I have to then listen to these songs. So what we're going to do this week for our next up in the music month is we're going to create our own compilation album. And to do this, we've each chosen 5 tracks. We've chucked them into a Spotify playlist. We've been listening to those tracks. And we're going to have to whittle it down to... Gadget suggested 12. I'm not sure if that's a little too harsh or not. I would personally say 14, maybe.
I like a 12-track album, though.
12.
I mean, we could have 3 each, maybe.
No.
And then...
You might end up with none. I might end up with none. That's the whole point. This isn't about... It's not about choosing 3 from you, 3 from here. It's like we have to decide.
I mean, I'm not going to end up with none, but you might.
So...
Ooh, confident.
Jesus. Wow.
I know Biggie's going to go straight for Oodles as choices.
I don't know. Fight you.
Particularly one. Anyway, yeah, well, you put a safe one in there, Candy. Put
a couple of safe ones in. A couple of safe ones in, for sure.
It's because she's a coward.
Yeah.
No, but
anyway,
I genuinely do like... Anyway, so continue.
So what we're going to do, we're going to go through these songs. We're going to kind of do little reviews on what we think. We're going to hear people's opinions on them. We're going to make this album. And then right at the end, we've got a few listener ones that we're going to add as bonus tracks. So no listener feedback this week. That was the feedback. Gave us songs to listen to, and we're going to choose from their songs. Shall we go through what everyone chose first?
Yep.
So, Oodles, do you want to tell us what you chose?
Yes, absolutely. I chose 5 lovely songs. The first one I chose was We Got the Moves by Electric Callboy. Love that song. Then I had to put my boyfriend in, so I've got 1390 by Andrew Garfield. Then I put Kingslayer featuring Baby Metal by Bring Me the Horizon. Sorry, I put my teeth in. And Lorna Shaw, To the Hellfire. And Aha, Take On Me.
Lovely. And myself, I did Elvis, If I Can Dream, Coheed and Cambria's No World for Tomorrow, Joyner Lucas and Eminem, Lucky You, Local Natives, When Am I Gonna Lose You, and David Bowie's Starman. Ooh, Next to submit some songs was Biggie. What did you put in, Biggie?
I put in The Roots, Distortion to Static, LTJ Bookham, Atlantis, I Need You, nice drum and bass track, Company Flow, 8 Steps to Perfection, Kings of Leon, a little rock track in there, Closer, and because I talked about him last week, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, my favourite track ever, They Reminisce Over You.
Yeah, excellent. Gadget, what were your 5?
Mine were Born to Run by the boss himself, Bruce Springsteen, Birdhouse in Your Soul by They Might Be Giants, All My Best Friends Are Metalheads by Less Than Jake, The Evil That Men Do by Iron Maiden, and Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits.
Excellent. And finally, Candy, what were your 5?
I had Prodigy, Firestarter, Foo Fighters, The Best of You, Ramones, Pet Sematary, Black Rebel Motorcycle Club, Best of You, and Madonna, Like a Prayer. So not Best of You, sorry.
Beat the Devil's Tattoo.
Beat the Devil's Tattoo. It's 1,000 degrees, by the way, if anyone's listening.
Yes, I'm sat in a vest because it is warm. Right, so first off, I want to know one track that you are going to keep, you'd love to keep from everyone. So not one from your own, like it doesn't have to be from everyone. So Gadget, you just have to choose one track that you would definitely love to be in there from someone else's list.
Right, from someone else's list. Okay,
yes.
So, I mean, there are a lot of good ones in there. I think the one that kind of maybe jumps out most to me would be one track. Okay, I'm going to go for No World for Tomorrow by Coheed and Cambria. I really, really like that track. It's weirdly the first time I've heard that one. I don't think I've listened to that album yet.
Oh, come on.
But it's like I was listening to it when I was mowing the lawn today. I was just like, oh, that's a fucking banger.
Excellent. I wanted to propose, if people like this, that would be a great opening track to the album. So. But we'll get there. Biggie.
I liked out of this list. When Am I Going to Lose You by Local Natives.
Excellent. I love it. I love Local Natives.
I really like that. I never heard of it before. And it was just a track that I appreciated the music. I thought the lyrics were great. Just, really cool track. Really kind of almost like a chilled rock track. Liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Really
Do you want to know where I discovered them, Oodles?
Yeah.
From Life is Strange.
Yeah. It sounds about right.
Yep.
I can hear Oodles vomiting over that song now.
Oh, it's better than fucking one of them that he put in. Jesus.
Hear what we said. Me?
Mm-hmm.
Obvious. Prodigy.
Yep.
It's got to be, man. It's one of the best songs ever written of all time.
Candy?
I hate to be the obvious metalhead, but mine's going to be Kingslayer by Bring Me the Horizon and Baby Metal.
Listen, we'll look after each other, Candy. We'll look after each other.
Absolutely. Do you know what? It's not really a song that has ever stuck out to me before, but I think just kind of against the a not quite so rock background, it did jump out. And I like Baby Metal, but I don't love them. And same with Bring Me, but there's something that just works with the two bands together. Like the juxtaposition between it is just fucking cool.
Yeah, I really like that one as well. Never heard it before, but I really, really like that one.
So good.
That's in my list of. I would definitely put it on there, but I will choose a different one. And mine is going to be, what was it called? We Got the Moves.
Yes!
Fucking loved that track.
Isn't that a good song?
So good. Yeah.
It's also the gayest song on there. It's insane. I love it.
I really, really love that. It's just so like
that band are insane, mate. I showed Gadget it a month back. Gadget were like, "Oh,
yeah."
They are crazy Germans. They are just crazy Germans.
Just it got me, man. Like I tell you what, not to bury the lead, Doodles, but there's only literally one song on yours that I didn't like. And to be honest, I
think I know which one it is.
It's not like I didn't like it. I just didn't think that it would fit in an album.
I do.
Right, so we got 5 tracks there. No Will for Tomorrow, When Am I Going to Lose You, Prodigy, Firestarter, Kingslayer, and We Got the Moves. I'm going to leave them safe for now. We can take these in and out.
Yeah.
We could get to the point where it's like, right, we've got 15 tracks. We need to lose some. But I want to leave them safe because they're the ones that stood out for everyone. Right. Now we're going to eliminate 5.
No.
We're going to get rid of 5 tracks that people do not want on here.
I've got one straight away if you want to go to me.
Yeah.
Kings of Leon. I fucking hate them. Bye.
How can you say that track is so good?
No, the first album's good. And then they should have quit.
I really like that album, to be fair.
Nope.
I like that song. So, it wouldn't have. It was in my mid pile, but
bye.
It's a great song live. It's a great song on the album. It's so cool. It's dark. I love it.
Shite.
That scream into the guitar is amazing.
You want to know about screaming? You should have listened to mine.
He probably has.
Oh, I have.
Which one are you going to get rid of?
This is an easy one for me. Fuck me. To the Hellfire, man. Jesus Christ.
Can you explain why? Can you explain why for the listeners?
Terrified.
It's just that screaming, that really, all that kind of stuff. Thrash metal,
How's it go?
screaming.
Thrash metal? Are you insane? That's not thrash metal.
I don't know what it is, do I? But my God, no way.
When I was listening to Isaiah, that's the first time I've heard that song, and I had to stop what I was doing when the breakdown hit, because Jesus Christ, that hits so hard.
It does hit hard. Squealing. It literally at the end is just like. It's like,
it's insane. I love it.
It's 6 minutes long. I didn't even get to the end of it.
I'd never heard of that band before, and then since I listened to that track, they seem to be everywhere. Like, they keep popping up for me on YouTube.
Oh, they're huge. They're huge.
Massive.
He's got one of the best ranges of that kind of vocal Tibetan throat singing that exists. He is insane, that guy.
I just don't get it. Just don't get that stuff at all.
Yeah. I'm more into the music than the vocals. Like, do you know what I mean? The guitar and the drumming,
solid,
get behind all that. It's just the vocals, man. What's the fucking point?
It's fantastic, mate. It's fantastic. That's
even you said, brought it up on your Spotify saying, look at them pretending they've got lyrics.
There's no need. I don't understand why they bother. There's no point. We've got full lyrics. Like, no, you haven't. You're just making noises with your throat. I don't know. I just love how aggressive it is. It's one of my morning routine songs. It gets me pumped. And you play that with some big cans on the bus, everyone turns around and looks at you. It's fucking great. It's great.
Probably think you're going to murder them.
Yeah, I am.
All right then. So that one's in the bin. Gadget. What about yourself?
I would like to get rid of Lucky You, the Eminem one.
Oh, fuck you.
Fuck you too. I really dislike this one. It was like, I get what it was trying to do, because I get it's trying to take the piss out of mumble rappers and stuff like that. But
you like Eminem, don't you?
I really do like Eminem, but I fucking hate that song so much. Because it sounds like trap and mumble rap and stuff like that, and it's just nah.
It's not that. It was bringing Joyner Lucas to the front. Like, the man's incredible.
I like it.
The speed that both him and Eminem go on that track.
I'm not disputing the skills. They're very good at it. I just really didn't like the song. It's also one of those like rap songs that you get occasionally, often where it doesn't have a hook or anything. Like, it doesn't have something for me to kind of connect to. Doesn't have a proper chorus or anything, or something that just...
Tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why. That's what you're into, isn't it?
Yeah, but no, I just really, really dislike that song. But actually, I don't really like the Kamikaze album in general.
Ooh, hot take.
What about yourself, Candy?
I'm going to upset a few people here. I think you, Stig, and definitely Noodles, but I'm going to get rid of 3090 by Andrew Garfield.
Give up!
I know. I like him. I do like musicals. Wanker. So it's not that. It just kind of encapsulates everything in musicals that I don't like.
What, good music?
No.
Feel good moments. Existential crisis.
Well, firstly, I haven't seen the film, so I don't really...
It's happy. It's in a major key.
It's in a major key, but the guy's having a shit about turning 30.
Yeah, so have I for the past 5 years since I've been 30 odd. That's what I'm saying.
You don't even know how old you are. Your age changes every time you talk about it.
30 odd. 30 odd.
It's fine. It's fine. It's this.
You want to get rid of Kings of Leon closer and keep him weak Spider-Man. Just...
Fuck off.
Yeah, no, it just...
the best like Peter Parker.
I said I do like musicals. But there's a certain type of musical where they just go a bit. It's just a little bit too kind of. I don't think hammies. I think it's sort of ritzy, glitzy, jazz hands kind of thing. That's what I don't like. And for me, it was kind of like to the point where it was almost reminded me of a song from the South Park film. You know, where they take off Les Mis and everything.
Not having it, mate. Not having it.
I know. I'm sorry. I had you on the last one though.
You did, mate. You did. I'll not forget.
Oh, do you know what? That's upsetting, because I had a that song, Oodles, just actually leads perfectly into When I'm Going to Lose You. It does, doesn't it? Because I did it on shuffle.
Yeah.
Some songs just led into whatever, and they just led into each other really well.
That makes sense, man.
I'm going to get rid of Atlantic. I Need You. Sorry, Biggie.
Oh, thank fuck for that. I hated that one too.
That's one of the worst in my opinion.
I like some drum and bass stuff, but I just couldn't get into it. Mate, I really couldn't. I'm sorry.
6 minutes.
Me listening to that is what
it's even got bongos in it.
No, but Biggie, me listening to that is what you were like listening to Lorna Shore. I had nothing to grip to. I had nothing to cling on to.
It was 6 minutes 34 of the same fucking beat.
Awful.
I'm really glad you didn't give me that LTJ Buckham album that you were suggesting for the last one. Jesus Christ, I would have thrown it back at you.
Gadget wants a riff.
I'm at such an unfair advantage in this. I've lost 2 songs already.
I have.
Okay, well, I'm going to do I want to talk about surprises, things that people haven't heard before, and you'll be happy to know, Biggie, that yours was one of my biggest surprises. Was the what's it called? I made a note. They Reminisce Over You. I really, really like that. I put that into my list of ones that I would want on this album in my definitely list.
So you should.
So I've put that in there as a surprise of ones that I really, really enjoyed. Oodles, did you have anything that surprised you?
Yeah, They Reminisce Over You. Absolutely loved it.
That was the track by Pete Rock that was in dedication to their friend that died, because his name's Troy. Start again. His name is Troy, Trouble T Roy, and obviously the initials of They Reminisce Over You spells Troy.
Yeah. No, I really like that one.
Dedication. It's a nice story in that rap as well. Really cool.
Yeah. It's got there's a bit right. No, actually, that's a different song. Sorry, I think it's a different song.
I just think it's a good song. I had it on. Go on, sorry.
No, I was going to say I talked about it on the pod before. It sampled Tom Scott's "Today." It's the horns that you hear at the beginning.
Yeah, I like that. I really like them.
I had that song on at one point in my room, like loud on the Google speaker. I don't shout in case it kicks off. Saying that, I've got no internet, it won't kick off. I could just say it, but yeah, I had that blare, and like Mrs. came in, she started bobbing. It's always a good sign when you see someone bob. I don't know, something about it, I really like it.
Yeah. Gadget, anything that surprised you?
It was Distortion to Static by The Roots. I know The Roots is the house band for one of the fucking American talk show guys.
Fallon,
that's it. Yeah, but I've never really heard their music before.
They were big before that, weren't they?
Well, I know that, but I've never listened to their music. I really like that one. I wasn't so stuck on They Reminisce Over You. Like, it's a good song. Don't get me wrong. I didn't dislike it, but it didn't catch me, I guess. Distortion Static, I really liked. I really liked the beat. I really liked what they were saying in it. The only thing that is a problem with that one is I didn't notice, because I wasn't on shuffle. I was in order. I didn't notice when it went to 8 Steps to Perfection. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe just the mix is really good, but yeah, I really like Distortion to Static.
Cool.
Yeah, I love that. That was one of the first hip hop videos I ever caught on MTV, and that was my first introduction to them. I was hooked. I thought
when MTV had videos
as well, by the way.
Yeah, when MTV really had music on, you mean?
Stuck in 1985.
In contrast to Gadget, actually, because I heard the majority of these songs before, so I think the pleasant surprise was Lucky You by Eminem and Joyner Lucas. And it wasn't like, when it first started, I didn't enjoy it until I started listening to the lyrics. And then I think it's about a third of the way into the song when they start really rapping fast. I was like, holy shit, that's incredible. Like, just the skill it would take. And Eminem is like, I don't like to say people slow down as they get older, but you would think that maybe he might miss a beat or two. But no, it's just...
He'll always be the rap god, won't he?
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's going to be one of my favourite songs, but it was one of the songs that made me think, God, I don't think I've listened to that album. I need to give it a go.
Yeah.
I didn't like that album.
I did. It was better than the one Kamikaze was the one they brought after. No, it wasn't. Kamikaze was the one that got panned or not?
Yeah, that's right.
Got destroyed.
No, it was. I think it's the one before actually, and then they brought Kamikaze out as a rebuttal to it, like about a month later.
Diss album.
Yeah, and then Music to Murder By is the one after, which is deep, very good.
Music to Murder By is great.
Really good.
You should just check out Joyner Lucas. Biggie, you should check out Joyner Lucas. He's fantastic.
Yeah, you sent me links. Yeah, I've heard some of his stuff. I like it.
Really got to listen to that. Things I've Seen is an incredible song. It's not on Spotify because apparently lost the rights to the sample on it, but you can listen to it on YouTube. It's an incredible song. Biggie, anything that you didn't know that surprised you?
Yeah, it was Candy's choice. Beat the Devil's Tattoo. Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. I like that. Gave me real Kasabian vibes. I don't know if you would agree, but yeah, I had that on, and it's naturally been added to my rock list and stuff like that. So yeah, I really like that. That was really cool.
Biggie's infamous rock list.
Hey,
no, I agree.
It's open to interpretation. Everyone likes music, so
yeah, I do think it has a Kasabian feel to that. But you know, Black Rebel were around a long time before. I'm sure. Pretty sure.
Oh yeah, God yeah.
Right, so we have 5 there that we've kicked out, 5 that we want in. We've got some surprises there, which we think people might like on the album. So how do we decide what else we want on there? We really need to figure out 7.
I thought you'd ask something along the lines of ones that we personally think like shows off our host's taste, like. Oh, that's definitely a Candy. Oh, that's definitely a Biggie. Do you know what I mean? That's how I thought we should do it.
Well, I mean, we've gone through them all now, haven't we? And it kind of does show off everyone's taste. I tell you what, I'm going to open it up to the floor for anyone who wants to talk about a certain track and why they think it should be on the album. I mean, you could talk about one that you've picked yourself or one that you've not. First off, I think Best of You, Foo Fighters should be on there because I was going to choose a Foo Fighters song. I was going to go with Everlong, but Best of You is absolute cracker. I could just feel, say, for example, if we had No World for Tomorrow, you finish that, and then you kick into Best of You afterwards. Like, it's just such an anthem. It's such a good feel-good song to sing along to that I'd be well happy to have that on there.
Yeah, I have no complaints with Best of You. I think it's a classic.
So do that. If people agree, if we get a majority, do people agree we should put that on there? We can come back to it when we've got a list and we can kick some stuff off. And
I'm not going to kick Foo Fighters off anything.
Exactly.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I want to absolutely pitch. We Got the Moves. It's just my jam. It's my jam.
Don't worry. That one's in.
Oh right. All right then. Take On Me. It's a classic for a reason. It's amazing. It's again just sensational pop banger from the decade that released banger after banger. And who doesn't like Take On Me by a-ha? I know it's overplayed sometimes, but if it creeps up into a playlist that you weren't expecting, you're like, oh fuck, here we go.
I did enjoy singing along to it.
Yeah,
enjoy singing along to it.
And I like the video as well. I thought the video.
Yeah,
was
and
really
it's a great cruising down the motorway song. You're not bothered if you're singing. You can't hit them high notes. It doesn't matter.
Not a single person can hit those high notes.
I'll show you in person. I can. And it's just one of those fucking songs. You just want it. You just want it on it. And yeah, I know it's an obvious one, but I picked that as the juxtaposition to Lorna Shore. They are complete, total opposites. You know what I mean?
Just a bit.
Just a bit. And that's how my brain works, so I do like that. But yeah, it's got to stay on. Come on.
Candy didn't seem too keen.
She don't like it like that.
It's not one of my favorites, but it's fine. It surprised me that was the choice.
Why?
I wouldn't have expected you to say that one.
You know me.
But, I mean, it's fine. I don't dislike it. I think it was more a face of surprise.
Yeah. I also, I'm jumping in again, but I also think Elvis should definitely still be in there. Gotta love the King.
Mm.
Yeah, close enough with Elvis, I think.
Yeah,
a song about hope and people's dreams. You know,
yeah,
it's just such a good
King.
song.
Love the King.
But you can jump in. Anyone feel free to jump in and say no if they don't agree. They're quite happy. Otherwise, I will put these down.
This isn't my favourite Dire Straits track, but I do like Sultans of Swing. I would have gone for Brothers in Arms personally, but Sultans of Swing. Really enjoyed listening to that again today.
The problem with Brothers in Arms, and I do like Brothers in Arms, is it's very long and it's very sad.
Yeah.
Whereas Sultans of Swing's a bit of a bop,
It is.
Plus it's also that first song that I ever learned on the guitar where I when I learned how to play, it was just like, oh yeah, I can play the fucking guitar now. Yeah, it's when it's that arpeggio guitar so the at the end. It's just like, oh, it's so fun to play, but it's just always sounds amazing.
And we've personally cancelled Money for Nothing.
Yeah,
we've cancelled that ourselves.
Money for Nothing was my first thought, but then literally it was the day after we had that conversation. I was like, yeah, it is actually
we can't listen to that anymore. It's naughty.
Bit of a wrong in that one.
I have Sultans of Swing down in my definite list.
It's a banger, mate.
More than happy to have it on there because it's such a good song.
Yeah,
just makes you feel.
It's
good.
a vibe, innit? Sultans of Swing's a vibe. It's
just a cool song.
The guitar in at the end, man. It's just it's. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, I always hated listening to when Sultans of Swing would come on the radio, like back in the days when I used to listen to the radio, because they would always fucking talk. They always talk over the guitar solo.
Yeah.
Rude. Flat out rude.
I really hate when radio does that. Either talks over it or skips out the solo, and you're just like,
or when they fucking sing along to the end of it. Hate that.
I like how cute it is that you guys still listen to radio.
Oh, don't
anymore. Like back when I used to listen to radio.
Yeah. Memories of it happen. Memories of it.
Is it still fucking going, radio? Is it still Radio 1? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Fucking hell.
The only radio I've ever listened to is when I turn my car on. No, when I turn my car on and it just automatically goes to the radio. And then I switch it to my phone. Yeah.
I used to listen to TalkSport a bit, but not for a very long time.
Yeah.
You won't listen to TalkSport, Gadget. You'd kill yourself before you listen to that.
I've heard of the shit that goes on TalkSport. It's all full of fucking right-wing weirdos as well, and people who are armchairing football games.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm speaking of weirdos, I'm going to go for Bat for Like a Prayer, just simply because it's the best song ever written about a blowjob.
Is it? Is it about a blowjob?
Yes, it's about a blowjob.
I did not know that either. I'm even more glad I chose that one now.
Look at the lyrics.
Come on. Really?
Yeah. I'd like a prayer down as a maybe, just because I chose, maybe because I'd chosen 12 songs for me, and then it was on the list down. And it's a good song.
Why did you spunk on me?
Yeah.
Just like a prayer.
I remember.
I think until you listen to it, you don't realise how much of a good song it actually is, because it's easy to cast Madonna off. Yeah. Especially with her latest antics and her latest tracks, you're like, oh, whatever. But actually, if you listen to her old stuff and the newer stuff, Like a Prayer's incredible.
80s Madonna's brilliant. It was kind of when she got into the 90s. It's something about Ray of Light things started to go off the rails.
I mean, I can appreciate
she was
that
40-year-old in the 80s, wasn't she?
Yeah, probably. I can appreciate that she can reinvent herself and stay relevant. And she's done that quite successfully, but you can't beat the old stuff.
Her vagina.
People don't believe me when I say that's one of my favourite songs.
I will conversely, I'll go to Bat for Like a Prayer, but I will go to kick out Pet Sematary. Just because I really don't like the Ramones.
Oh no,
I didn't like that at all.
It's one of my least favourite Ramones songs.
Sorry, Candy.
No, it's one of
I don't think that's I don't think that's.
Why did you pick Blitzkrieg Bop? It's a bop.
Because I like Pet Sematary more.
No, it was God.
I didn't mind that.
No, it's just dull.
It's so repetitive, isn't it?
Even by the Ramones standards, it's dull.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get the required votes for that one, unfortunately.
That's fair enough. But the one that I want to keep seeing as 5 starters already reasonably safe, because that's the one I would fight for. I think I want to put Starman as one that I really do want to go in, because I think
I'm not going to back Bowie, mate. Don't worry about that.
he's got it written on a red bus and everything. Back Bowie.
Don't be fucking stupid. That's staying in, mate. That's staying in.
See, that could end the album as well, couldn't it?
Yeah, it's a great ending to that as well. Yeah,
I do love that song. I know there's a lot of Bowie songs that the overplayed ones where people are just like, oh, I don't like that stuff. I like this one that.
Yeah.
But that one is just a classic.
Oh, there's Bowie snobs. Bowie snobs are the worst.
Yeah.
I think if you were to pick one Bowie song to represent him, I think for me it would be that one. Like, there's a starman waiting in the sky. That's to him.
It's that or Life on Mars, isn't it? One of those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, Life on Mars is far too cryptic to really represent him.
Yeah.
It's just it's his most popular song.
Yeah. I agree. Starman's a fucking absolute timeless classic. It's got to stay.
Right. There's a few then we haven't touched on so far.
Most of my ones.
Yeah, so
I did notice a distinct lack of parody songs there.
I wanted ones that would get voted in. Trust me, if I thought White and Nerdy by Weird Al would have gotten in, I would have put it in there.
I'd have kept that in. I love that song. I love that song.
I think that the song that the next song, like Sultans of Swing, is my favourite one from your list, and the next one would be The Evil That Men Do.
Yeah, that's a great song. I do think that's the best Iron Maiden song. It's but it gets overshadowed by a lot of
five. Top five. My favourite Iron Maiden song is "Can I Play with Madness?" because I just think it's daft.
I mean, same album to be fair, but
Fear of the Dark.
I like that era of Maiden.
Yeah, the kind of that mid '80s one where they were getting a bit experimental.
Yeah, I like it.
Before Adrian Smith left.
Yeah, basically, it's a good Maiden song, and again, they don't play it that often live, and sometimes when they do, you think, "Oh shit!"
But it's also not like. And I mean, I know Maiden aren't that particularly heavy, but it's not like the heaviest metal song that they do. It's good for the civilians. No. Gets them into it.
Yeah. Well, let's ask Mr. Non-Metal Heavy Rock Man.
Me.
How did you get on with the Iron Maiden track, Biggie?
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. Again, I don't know what you'd call it. Heavy metal. I guess it's
heavy metal.
It's heavy. It's not my kind of thing. I know Iron Maiden obviously have been around for years. I get all that, but yeah, it's not for me.
Started it.
They're one of the key components to the actual movement.
I don't know this, do I?
The new wave of British heavy metal, man.
Oh God! Have you ever heard of a band called Black Sabbath? Jesus,
I'm drunk in a pub called that. No.
My word.
Yeah, no, it's just heavy metal to me, isn't it? I just didn't appreciate it.
Do you know what it reminds me when he's describing metal songs? It reminds me of Jeremy Clarkson. Millennials.
Didn't make it onto the
rock,
that you put in Lorna Shore.
Biggie's rock list.
Yeah, no.
I will say, Gadget, I'm sorry, but I really don't want Birdhouse in Your Soul on.
Oh, really?
I just can't get on with that song.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I don't like it.
I remember when I heard it before, I was like, oh, I know this one.
It'll be stuck in everyone's head for 2 weeks as well.
I know, but it's great. It's the best song ever written about a nightlight.
Yeah, I've never been into that song. I've heard it loads. I've heard people sing it karaoke. It's just, I don't know. There's something about it. It's just, I don't know. I'm not into it.
No, I don't.
Fair enough. I've got 2 wins so far. I'm good with that.
Yeah, you have, mate.
You got to keep Born to Running though. That's an absolute anthem.
Mate, I'm not kicking the boss out.
Ah, well, you'll get fired.
I fucking love the boss.
If you kick the boss out, he'll come to your house and he'll record an album slating you.
I know he will.
Which he'll then tour and play with 400 of the songs.
I love Bruce Springsteen, and he shows that you can be absolutely piss paralytic drunk and still do a concert. He knows how to do it.
I think he's sobered up now.
Oh, now he has, but then, mate, fucking hell, the beginning of that song, he's recording it, he's pissed.
Yeah. Because he's giving it...
He's fucking hammered.
I guess there's a weird sexiness to that song. Like, there's something about it that I always just like the sound of it.
Strap yourselves cross my engine.
Something like that, yeah.
Ooh!
The tragic romance of being dickheads wanting to get out of a small town and crashing your motorbike, you know?
Yeah, I fucking love that song. That is an anthem. That used to be played at one of Leeds United clubs that I used to go to, one at pubs, and yeah, Born to Run gets even Leeds United fans up.
Also, greatest saxophone solo ever recorded. God bless Clarence Clemens.
Yeah, mate, sensational. Love it. I'm staying in.
I'm not bothered. I'm not really into Bruce Springsteen that much, but I kind of, democracy and all that, if other people would want it in, I really want to bat for it and get it in there. Perfectly fine with that. Like, I'm not.
Should have been Philadelphia.
No, mate, that's.
I think it kind of depends on you here, Candy, because you've got 2 nonplussed and 2 people who love it.
I hate to do this, Gadget, but I'm not that asked on it.
Fuck's sake.
Rude. Just flat out rude.
Gadget, we'll go listen it together, just me and you. Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em indeed.
Right,
I want to take back my recommendation for Madonna there.
Yeah. Sorry.
Why don't you bring back Lorna Shaw for me, and I'll bat for your next one.
Right, so we have 10 definites here.
Okay, I like Stig working. I like to see his working.
I've been working it out, but not only have I been doing this on a notepad, I've been doing it on a modern escapism notepad. See that?
Oh,
available in our shop.
Brand synergy.
Yeah, exactly.
You find that on modernescapism.co.uk.
Yep. Link to the shop is on that website.
Absolutely.
I would like to put They Reminisce Over You on there. I'd like to have that on.
So would I, mate.
So that was one that really surprised me and I really liked. Oodles really likes it. Biggie obviously really likes it.
And for me to like it, it's so far out of my comfort zone. I think that's a success.
Yeah. So I'd like to have that one in.
I'm unbothered on it, but I know Democracy goes.
Unbothered. That's the name of this podcast title.
Yeah, well, it's like, I didn't dislike it, I just didn't grab me, you know?
Yeah. You didn't skip it. It's like, there it is. There it was.
So the only track we haven't really talked about, well, we haven't talked about 8 Steps to Perfection and All My Friends Are Metalheads.
Oh, come on, you can't knock out Less Than Jake, it's a banger.
I don't like it.
I don't like
Less
either.
Than Jake. I don't like Less Than Jake at all, any of the songs.
Oh,
I'm not into that skateboarding. Skateboarding time.
I don't like the trumpets.
I was the same.
Ska punk.
I don't like
ska punk.
It's that skateboarding thing. It's like, it wasn't the skateboarding scene. It was just pop. It was like ska.
But it just reminds me of someone going down like fucking Venice Beach on a skateboard with some coffee macchiatos in their hand. Like, let's go skateboarding. Let's go. Woo. Fuck that. Shite.
Wow.
Not into it.
So, gadget-like distortions of static. We've got 8 Steps to Perfection. Aha is on there as a maybe. I think we kind of really need to nail this down now. Do you want me to go over what we have so far?
No, just for those comments, take Aha out of there. I'm going against Aha.
Hey, that's your prerogative.
Overplayed Swedish bollocks.
I like Aha, but Candy's not asked. Gadget is on a revenge mission.
Absolutely.
That's fine. Yeah. Biggie, do you fancy saving Aha and I'll help you later down the line?
Yeah, I like Aha. I've never had a problem.
Good lad!
I prefer it to Madonna anyway, so
yeah,
if you're going to pick an 80s one, it would be Aha.
Yeah. Yeah. I owe you one now, Biggie. Don't worry. Remind me.
So I think that's it, really, unless anyone wants to go to bat for any of the others before we kind of put this list together and make this album and try and figure out a good order for it.
I want to obviously give a shout out to 8 Steps because this is LP before he joined the band as Run the Jewels. He's in this.
I'll back you on that, mate, as well, just for solidarity.
And
because I owe you one.
The opening chords, the dirty bass that comes in, and then followed by the drums, and then the rapping, and it starts off with a line, rugged like Rwanda. I mean, the lyrics as they go on, they start doing some abstract stuff, and it's really cool with just trying to get stuff to rhyme with other words and still keep that flow going. And some of the intricate lyrics that they use throughout that song are fantastic. And there's a particularly nice line that I like, if I can bring it up. They go, when I'm rhyming all summer, just listen to the drummer, transistor blister feedback, freak the impeders, funk flow we expose, frequencies and sequence, napalm gets dropped long range like fiber optics, check the rhyme activity, your skills is microscopic. I mean,
that's pretty cool. That's cool. No, that's cool.
So,
out of context, that's mega.
So cool.
Yeah,
and that was, just, it's such a banging track. I love it. I can play that out my car at full volume. Don't give a fuck. It's awesome.
And your lowrider.
Just giving, as you're talking as well, just giving a quick blast to remind myself. Yeah. Because I did have that issue, I think the Gadget had a distortion to static in 8 Steps to Perfection. It's very similar style.
Yeah, they kind of flow into each other quite well.
Yeah. Where there's one beginning, one end.
I did like the end of distortion to static with the that was pretty cool. Trying to decide which one I like the most. out the two, because I would like to be a bit more, obviously because you lot have kicked out Lucky You, I would like to have some more hip hop in there as well, because I do appreciate that 4 of us predominantly like some form of rock music.
Yeah.
So
because it is an ME album and it has to encapsulate all of us.
But I really like I really like the beat to 8 Steps to Perfection over the distortion to Static.
I think 8 Steps was a little bit punchier.
I like it more. Yeah, I like it more.
Like, I think distortion to static, when you're not listening, it could easily sort of blend into the background whilst you're doing something else.
It did while I was doing something else. I was ironing. That was on. So it was just there, man.
Put both in.
Put both in.
Well,
I'll take Pete Rock, 8 Steps, and
we've got 13 tracks.
I'll be happy.
So we can either eliminate one, or we could just be happy and say, yeah, that's 13 tracks.
No, read the track list out, please. Yeah, I don't like 13. Read the track list out, please.
8 Steps to Perfection.
Mm-hmm.
No World for Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
When Am I Gonna Lose You? Prodigy Firestarter. Kingslayer. We Got the Moves. Starman. Best of You. Sultans of Swing. The Evil That Men Do. Like a Prayer. Take on Me. And If I Can Dream.
The one I'd take out is Madonna.
See, the one I'd take out is Kingslayer, mostly because I fucking can't stand Bring Me the Horizon. The fiery fucking passion. I want Ollie Sykes to fall into a meat grinder.
You never liked them, have you?
I've hated them ever since their first album came out. And the annoying thing is, I really like Baby Metal. So just to see them kind of sullied by those Yorkshire wankers, no, put them in a meat grinder.
That's all right. I've got Stig on my side.
Get
rid of Madonna. Get rid of Madonna. It's the one that doesn't click with me.
Again, listening to both tracks, I'd rather listen to Madonna than that one, though. I just played it again, and I'm like, yeah.
Until Gadget told me it was about a blowjob, I thought it was just a religious song.
No, that's the gag, isn't it? It's the
gag,
joke with it.
Pun intended.
Hey. You could all be nice and put Birdhouse and Your Soul back into it.
No, you're right.
because that'd be 14 then.
Yeah, 14 was what we were aiming at.
Oh, were we?
Oh, 12.
12.
Yeah, I was going to say 14, but this is more fun.
Too late now.
Yeah.
Only one I'd get out of that is Madonna, and it's not that I hate Madonna. I'd put Like a Virgin in. I like that song better.
I don't know.
What were the first 3 again?
What are you thinking, Candy?
Go through the first 3. It's one of those ones, I think.
It's 8 Steps to Perfection, No World for Tomorrow. When Am I Gonna Lose You?
I think it's 8 Steps to Perfection. I'm gonna have to take out. Sorry.
We need to think of something now because we're all at an impasse, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
I knew this was gonna happen.
There's other ones I'd be happy to lose. Take out We Got the Moves. I didn't get on with that one at all.
Give up being horrible.
No, I'm not being horrible. Like that one was just like I didn't get it.
Just because I didn't like less than Jake.
No, it's fine. But I just like I said, I didn't get it. You know,
it's a rate tune. I'm fighting for that. That's the only one I want to keep.
I was into it. I was well into that.
No,
I don't want to get rid of that one.
I like weird music. I just couldn't get into it. It's like I don't particularly like Elvis, but I didn't. It's like fine. If I Can Dream's a good song, but I don't particularly care for Elvis.
It is Elvis, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Or that When Am I Going to Lose You one, I just found it morose.
I don't know what we're going to do, guys. We're going to have to make a bargain.
I think we should add one.
I think adding one's easier than getting rid of one.
Because we're not going to agree on taking one away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we have to agree on which one we add.
Well, let's do it. Which ones what have we got left from that lineup, that 13, which one could we add?
Let's put 3090 back in, yeah? Great song. Loved it.
Yeah, man.
No. Doesn't fit, man.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
It don't fit. I agree. What could we put back in then?
Put Lorna Shaw back in just to troll Biggie.
No.
if 3090 doesn't fit, then that certainly does not fit.
That'll be the opener.
The Kings of Leon, they got binned off, didn't they? Kings of Leon.
Yeah.
Because I
with prejudice,
sadly.
Fuck off, Closer.
I don't have a problem with Closer. I like it. I really like Closer.
Great track.
I can't be.
If you'd asked for Molly's Chambers, I've been right up there.
Oh, no.
That's a great track.
No. Not
Yeah,
close. I can't be in the same playlist as that song. I can't be associated with that track.
To be fair, I'll agree with Oodles. Like, I found it just kind of slow and plodding. Like, I never really got on with the Kings of Leon when they did that big change to their sound and everything become a bit more electronic and echoey.
I
liked them when they were a blues rock band.
Inbred style.
Yeah.
When they were just like,
why? They were beardy.
Yeah.
Why don't we just
beards.
keep 13? Because we have two listener tracks to put on. That would technically make it 15.
That's not a bad shout. Yeah. Agree to disagree and all that. Yeah, definitely.
So, what is the track list now as a 13?
Oh, Jesus. Am I going through it again?
Yeah.
This is what it's going to be, mate. You wanted to do this.
We need to decide on an order. So,
yeah.
8 Steps to Perfection, No World for Tomorrow, When Am I Going to Lose You, Firestarter, Kingslayer, We Got the Moves, Starman, Best of You, Sultans of Swing, The Evil That Men Do, Like a Prayer, Take on Me, and If I Can Dream.
Yeah.
If I Can Dream should be the closer.
I want to start with Firestarter.
Start with Firestarter.
Start with Firestarter, yeah. Firestarter.
Right, that's fine. I was going to say No Will for Tomorrow, either or. Have a good kind of intro to an album. Yeah.
No World for Tomorrow works as kind of like a midpoint one because like you get like the first kind of jump of it, then you start the second part of it with No World for Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. So, number 1, Firestarter. What does Firestarter nicely lead into?
We got the moves.
No, We Got the Moves walks nicely to the bin.
At the end, then.
I think it could go into one of the hip hop ones. I think it might work into like Distortion to Static, maybe, because that's got a really kind of strong beat behind it.
That's not a bad shout.
Just seeing it now.
What about? Hang on. Think about it this way, right? Prodigy, Kingslayer.
Hang on, we didn't put Distortions of Static in there.
Oh, did we not? Sorry, I was getting mixed up there. It was 8 Steps to Perfection.
Prodigy, Kingslayer, both kind of dance-hally.
Dance-hally?
Well, you know what I mean. Fucking raves. Bit ravey.
You can't...
Actually, into Kingslayer works.
No, you can't have a brilliant song followed by a shiter.
You can.
I think
it's
that
not
works.
shite either.
It's fucking terrible. Anything with all these psychs on it is terrible.
Doesn't it work, Stig? You're listening to it now,
works.
aren't
you? Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. It works. It's same beat and stuff. It's same. Then after that, you need to have something a bit mellower. So, Like a Prayer.
I think that
It's going to sound so
left
weird.
turn that.
It's a concept album, this.
No, Evil Men Do. That's a bit too...
Yeah.
Evil
Men Do, I would have after No World Tomorrow.
Yeah.
They lead well into each other.
After Kingslayer, Born to Run.
It's not in it.
Oh, fuck!
What about Sultans of Swing? Sultans of Swing. Then you've got... Because you've had a song that Gadget hits, so he's going to be like, right, I'm unhappy now, but now I'm going to be happy.
Now I'm happy. We've got all the emotions in this album.
I can just go from Firestarter, then skip, and then Sultans of Swing. It's perfect.
There you go.
Yeah.
Skip button's quite easy for you.
Right,
okay. So... That leads quite well nicely into When Am I Going to Lose You?
It does.
Just because it's got that's a faded out one, and then it kind of comes back in with a nice piano, and then...
Yeah.
Give me ideas. Where do we go from here? We're on to track 5.
Would now be the time to go to the to They Reminisce Over You.
Yes. Yeah, I'm into it. Like
that kind of mid-album push.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Because When Am I Going to Lose You? Just that fades out, and then They Reminisce Over You actually fades up.
Yeah. Bang into that.
Right. Come on, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Best of You after that one, kind of thematic.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And then I think Starman after that, because you got the guitar.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And after Starman, we got the moves. We're bringing it back up. We're bringing it up.
Actually, it really just wants us to get to the point where we don't have that song on the.
Think of it.
No, it doesn't work, Noodles.
Oh, we're ending it with that.
So, did you already put No World for Tomorrow onto it?
No.
So then after the Foo Fighters, No World for Tomorrow, and then Evil That Men Do, or vice versa.
Oh, we're going to do Starman after.
Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Starman then into those.
It actually works after Starman, I think.
Yeah,
it does work after Starman.
No World for Tomorrow, and then Evil That Men Do. Right, we've got 4 left.
Oh, fucking put We Got the Moves in. Keep them happy.
Yeah, we got
the moves. Oh, it's such a good song, innit, Stig?
Yeah, I loved it. I was really into it.
So good.
Really into it.
Then into Aha.
Yes, we're having an Oodles serenade at the end.
And then into Like a Prayer, finished off with Elvis.
Yeah. Is that the...
Yeah.
Those last 3 are the gay part of the album.
All goes a bit gay in the end.
Yeah, it goes a bit gay in the end. I love it.
Right.
And then we end with Elvis, and then we have the bonus. Oh, this is going to take another hour.
It's not. Because I got 2 tracks, I think, that would see this out for me.
So for before we start, what person in their unfortunate diseased mind put Follow Me by Uncle Kracker?
I know, I was going to pick on that as well.
That would be Super Natty Cat.
It's the worst song I've ever heard.
Super Natty Cat, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh my god.
Look, I would listen to the whole back catalogue of Less Than Jake over that one song.
I'll have a word with her later, don't worry.
Do you want me to go through the list of what the listeners sent in? So we'll go through it now. So Super Natty Cat, she said the first one was Place Your Hands by Reef.
Banger.
Oh, she provided a bit of feedback here rather than the song. So she says, ultimate get up and fucking love someone song. When this plays at a wedding and I'm drunk, the nearest person dancing to me is having a catch and a kiss and possibly a glass of rum and coke accidentally over them.
Oh,
second suggestion. She said, second suggestion, despite being asked for only one. She says, because I'm special and you love me and stuff. Uncle Kracker, follow me.
Nope.
Sorry, but that's going out.
Now that's such a juxtaposition because I fucking love that Reef song.
Yeah, the Reef song's brilliant.
Yeah.
But Uncle Kracker is borderline offensive.
Also, Reef in general, fucking brilliant.
Oh, sound. And they're still going today, aren't they?
They're like the Cornish AC/DC. It's great.
Yeah, that's perfect. That Cornish AC/DC is perfect. Yeah, I love Reef. That's fucking solid pick. But Uncle Kracker is the worst thing anyone's ever submitted to us since we started this podcast. It's foul.
Planty from 100 Things Pod comes in with an American trilogy by Elvis, one of the finest entertainers of all time. A great way to end the tunes at a house party. I get goosebumps every time. Every time.
Planty would like to know that I had this as my pick originally, didn't I, Stig?
Yeah.
And I also sung it to Stig and Gadget live.
You did?
You did.
And they both cried.
Yep.
So I love that song, but cried with pain. I love that song, but 2 Elvis songs.
We can't do 2 Elvis songs.
Yeah, it's too. I want to let Planty know that's one of my favourite songs of all time.
Yeah, it would have been there. I'd have gone to bat for it had we already had Elvis in there. Cult Connection says Plastic Boogie by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, a glam rock stomper about polluting the ocean.
I liked it.
It's not the best King Gizzard song, but I enjoyed it.
No, I liked it. Yeah, I don't think it's going to make the slot, but I liked it.
No, and we had Jack Chambers Ward, Stranded by Gojira.
Yes, that was one of my favourites.
Tune.
Gojira. I love Gojira.
Matthew Stockton, What's That by Hazy Hayes.
I enjoyed that more than I expected.
I enjoyed it as well.
I wasn't into it. Really wasn't into that one, unfortunately. DJ Walsh, Night Watchman by Bell X1. Which is the song that he talked about last week.
Yeah, that was cool.
Last week.
I love it. I've got that full band now, just like it's all over my Spotify.
Yeah, really good. I really like that one. John Cheetham, Johnny Cash, and The Man That Comes Around.
I love that song. It's so good.
Not my favourite Johnny Cash one, but it's still a banger.
Hallmark of Vince says Dead Man's Float by Sage Francis. I loved this.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely
banger, wasn't it?
Loved it.
Wasn't it good? I've never heard it before.
Sage Francis is really good because he's more of a poet than a rapper. And a lot of the stuff he does, like that Dead Man's Float is the same as a lot of his songs. It's got this wonderful build to it. It just gets kind of angrier towards the end. I loved it.
I never heard it before. I fucking love it.
Look up some Sage Francis stuff.
The sample in the background sounded like the Stranger Things tune at one point.
Did a bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
I loved it. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, and all the way through, it's going, oh. I want that in. I actually want that in as one of the bonus ones.
I do, but we'll talk. We'll discuss. Yeah. Xenos comes in with Starlight's Brigade by Tupperware Remix Party.
Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I enjoyed that, and I like
Campus Christmas Synthwave.
I like the name of the band.
Yeah, it didn't blow me away, but I wasn't offended by it in any way. I liked it.
Yeah,
you'd love the music video for it. Anime as fuck.
I would check that out.
The name of the band's just like really random. Like when we played Rockstar, used to call ourselves Cucumber Sausage Factory. Made no sense. It was a laugh.
Yeah.
That Efkin Guy, Mayfly by Terry Reid.
Love it.
I didn't get on with it.
I didn't. Not for. I thought it was nice, but not for the album. And for me.
It don't fit the album, but I still loved it.
Todd Story.
I just didn't like his voice. Couldn't get on board with him.
Todd Story, Wine, Beer and Whiskey by Little Big Town. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was fun, that one.
That was a fun one. And then Kate, my wife, threw in Just a Day by Feeder.
Oh, tune.
That is the Kerrang classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fun fact, my next door neighbour was in the music video.
Oh. Yeah.
She's everyone in Britain in that video. Everyone in Britain was in that music video, weren't they?
She's the dark-haired girl dancing on a bed.
I thought the whole video was dark-haired girls dancing on the bed.
No, like very, very, very specific. She stood up on her bed dancing.
Yeah, that is a great tune. That is a very good song. Kerrang generation, innit?
How do we want to lead this album out? We've had Elvis sing his big number. We've released the album a year later. Sales are huge. We've gone platinum 5 times. So we release our special bonus.
We've gone diamond.
Yep, and we stick on a couple of tracks on the end that we decided that the listeners chose. And what do we see this album out with?
I think we should have
Dead
Man's Float and either Just a Day or Place Your Hands.
Place Your Hands was the one for me.
I think Reef,
Yeah.
Dead Man's Float and Reef.
Yeah.
Dead Man's Float and Reef, man.
Also, can we do that thing where we have like a hidden extra super secret track, where it's like track 500
when you
or something like that.
Skipped it, yeah.
And it's the sound of us with golf clubs smashing a copy of Double Wide by Uncle Cracker.
Yeah. And we say, follow this, you fucking idiot.
Who let Kid Rock's DJ make an album?
So what's that final track list then, Stiggy?
What are we? Hang on, let me just see.
Reef.
No, the full list.
I think it should be the other way around. I think you finish American Trilogy and you hit in big with the Reef song, and then Dead Man's Float because it
we haven't got American Trilogy, have we?
No, sorry. If I Can Dream. Yeah, and then you hit in big with the Reef song, and then the album just
Dead Man's Float.
If you listen to the end of that, it really fades out nicely.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Yeah. I'll fight that. Yeah, I'll fight for that.
There was some really good ones on there. Like I was, we've made easy work of that. But I was going to go to bat for The Night Watchman. I thought it was a really nice one you could lead out with. I really enjoyed Wine, Beer and Whiskey.
Wine, Beer and Whiskey, I really liked.
Really liked that.
If Reef hadn't been in it, or I would have suggested maybe closing it with The Man Comes Around, because I really like that song, and it's quite reflective, because that was the last one that Johnny Cash wrote before he died.
Is it? Oh, I didn't know that.
It's not the last thing he recorded, but it was that whole set of the black cover albums. That was the last song he wrote for that, and it came out in 2003. He died in 2004.
God, he had a voice, didn't he?
Yeah, and it's just a weird mix of kind of stuff from the Bible. It's quite odd, but it's like really impressive imagery.
Yeah. I do like Johnny Cash, the original goth.
Yeah,
awesome. So that's what I call modern escapism. That's our album,
available in Virgin Megastores
and on Spotify when I put it out, and Gadget sticks it in the show notes.
Yep.
Do you want me to go one last run through the list?
Run through.
Yeah.
So we start with Firestarter, into Kingslayer, Sultans of Swing, When Am I Gonna Lose You, They Reminisce Over You, Best of You, Starman, No World for Tomorrow, Evil That Men Do, We Got the Moves, Aha, Like a Prayer, If I Can Dream. I realised we've missed a song here.
Uh-oh, plot twist.
It's Stairs to Perfection.
8 Steps. Yeah, there's only one song on mine.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Why don't you put 8 Steps to Perfection in the playlist where it's 8 steps away from the end of the album?
Hey,
Nice.
hey, clever.
Where does that land?
So that's after Best of You.
Yeah, I can dig that.
It's number 7 in it. It's going to be a 14 track. So we were fighting over what we could do for 14.
And it was there all along.
We already had it all along.
This is how music is made.
No, this is how music is arranged.
This is how music is arranged.
Yeah, because that makes that track 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Maths.
So that goes after Best of You, then Starman, No World for Tomorrow, Evil That Men Do, We Got the Moves, Aha, Like a Prayer, If I Can Dream, with the bonus tracks of Place Your Hands and Dead Man's Float.
I feel like this album's better at the end. The ending.
Yeah.
It builds. It's got a good build.
The gayer bits. That's my favourite parts.
Yeah.
It's because you wanted that fucking shite. What was it? We Got the Moves in there.
It's a great song.
I'm going to bat for it. It got me up. I really liked it. It was the only one I didn't really like on Noodles was To the Hellfire.
It's soft.
His was I enjoyed parts of it.
Yeah, I know.
It just doesn't work with this. So your music there was my favourite out of the lot.
Do you know what? I think that's a really good arrangement. Because when you listen to albums and when you go to gigs as well, they always kick off with a couple of real bangers, don't they? And then they take it down a notch, and then they end with the classics. And that's basically what we've done.
But they do that thing in live gigs as well. We're going to do a song that you don't know, and everyone goes, oh.
Third one,
God.
third and fourth.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah.
Excellent. That's it. That's done.
Thanks for that, Stig. You've put a lot of effort into that. All we did was use our ears this week, and you put all that effort in.
It wasn't that much effort, really.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of our listeners. I'm proud of everyone. So, as always, links to all our extracurricular activities are in our show notes and at modernescapism.co.uk, and please consider becoming a patron to help support our endeavour. Well, next week will mark our 100th episode. What? Unbelievable. We are actually planning a more subdued 100th episode because we will be celebrating our centenary officially in person in September. That's where we're celebrating it. But yeah, it's going to be our 100th. It's going to be great. You're going to hear, because we're recording it out of sync and out of time. We will.
My fault.
If you're in our
someone's
Discord,
on holiday.
Yeah, someone's on holiday. If you're in our Discord, just keep your eyes peeled. We're going to ask for some feedback there. So there's no point in telling you now because you won't know by then. So, yeah. So for everyone that's not a patron, this has been a musical odyssey. That's it for our musical themes.
No.
We're on to is it not? We've got one more.
It's got the patrons pick it at the end of the month.
Absolutely. I almost forgot about that. So, yeah, patrons, come on. But yeah, if you are a patron, you'll hear us in the green room soon. But for everyone else, now that's what I call modern escapism. Good night.
Bye.
It's going to take 10 years to upload this fucker.